Hello everyone, my name is Xunzhong, and today I'm going to teach you how to use this setup to do the interfacial tension measurement. Usually, this setup can be used not only to measure the interfacial tension, it can also use to measure the surface tension and the contact angle once we use the different attachments. Okay, then I will explain the details of the setup to you. First, as you may know, the interfacial tension is measured based on two immiscible liquids. And here we have the interfacial tension seal, which is used to load the two immiscible liquids. And here we have our light source. And then we have a camera here to take the images. Because as you can see from the technical session, that this measurement is based on image analysis. And also, we have two accumulators that is used to contain the two liquids. And here we have to know that we shouldn't pay much attention to the size of the accumulator. Different volumes is okay. And here we have our pump, which is used to inject the two liquids. And also we have two different wells here to determine which liquids we want to inject. And here, the last one, we have our data processing software, that is the Job Image Advanced software. Now I will show you the details of the experiment procedure. First, what we need to do is to clean the sample with the three liquids I mentioned in the slides. And then we will turn on the light source. And then after that, we will need to open the Job Image Advanced software, and then to adjust the light, and also to adjust the position of the camera in order to get a clear view of this. And before the measurement, we may need to do the calibration first. And here you can see there is calibrate, and you can check the calibration or do the new calibration. And usually the commonly used way is the horizontal calibration method. And what we need to do is we can just find one of this tube, and then we measure the diameter of this one, and then input that into the column, and then we click OK. And you have to know that if we did not change the magnification of this camera, we will not need to do the new calibration. And then what we need to do is that we need to load the two liquids into the sample. And here is the pump. We can adjust the injection rate, and we can okay, first we check, like this valve is used to inject the water, so we open this one and then adjust this injection rate, and then you push the run, and then we will start injecting the water. Okay, after we finish injecting the water, we may need to follow the same procedure to inject the oil phase. And what we need to do here is that we stop the pump and then close this valve here, and also this one. And what we need to do is to open this valve. Then the water from the pump can be injected to this accumulator to push the oil phase inside the sample. And here, as I mentioned before, we only need a small volume of oil. So what we need to do is to reduce the injection rate to around 0.5. That would be perfect. And what we need to do is to push the run button, and then the oil will be injected. Okay. Okay, we have finished loading our two liquids. The external phase, the water, and the internal phase is the oil droplet. And now we are ready to do the measurement. What we need to do is to click File and New Experiment with that. And as we can see here, we did the measurement based on the surface tension, the CCL method. And then we click Next. And we are able to name our experiment. We can name it as the interfacial tension. And then we click Next. And here we need to select the droplet phase, that is oil. And then the external phase, the water, and the solid phase there, it doesn't matter. Okay, then we go to the Next. And here we can determine how many times we want to do the measurement, and the default is 10. And also we can use the time file or the equidistant. Usually we can choose this one and determine the time interval to be 1 second, and then we click Finish. And here it asks you, do you want to run the experiment now? Since we are ready with everything, so we can just click Yes. And here we can see two coordinators. We put it here in the middle of the oil droplet, and then we will click Measure. And then we will see our data in the results panel. Okay, our software has generated the results for us. That is 11. There are 11 columns here, and what we need most is the gamma value that would provide us with the surface tension or the interfacial tension. And also, they will automatically give us the average value and the standard deviation of this measurement. And for the task you need to do is that I have provided you with a series of data using different surfactant concentration and the Bakken oil. And what you need to do is that I want you to determine the critical method concentration of the surfactant. And the details of how to derive the CMC value, I have provided that in the task file, and you can check that for further information.